Okay, today we're taking a look at the Straight Talk Samsung Centura. This is an all-new entry-level device by Straight Talk. It retails for $99. It is a CDMA device, so you'll be activated with either Verizon or Sprint. Um, it comes with 800 megahertz, three megapixel camera, and most importantly, it comes with Android 4.0. So this is actually, I believe, the first sub $100 phone to come with Android 4.0. And the reason why that's a big deal is because performance on this phone is light years above what you may have seen or may own in Android 2.3. On Android 4.0, sorry, despite the fact that it's 800 megahertz, everything works flawlessly on this phone. It's very responsive. All the apps work great. For example, Netflix, which I'll show you in a little bit, that plays smoothly. There's no audio sync issues, no problems there whatsoever. So Android 4.0 really is the main highlight of this phone, and for that reason, I will go far. I'll go so far as to say that this is the best entry-level phone that's available on their website right now. Forget the Huawei's and all those other phones. This is the phone to go for if you want to get something for under $100. So now we take a look at the hardware, and the hardware isn't all that exciting. This is a typical Android entry sorry, Samsung entry level design. It's got an all plastic body, plastic screen, typical 3-button layout. Now they are capacitive touch, so they are flat to the screen, as you can see. It's a pretty basic phone though. Volume on the left, the typical 3.5 millimeter audio jack. There is no dedicated camera button, just the lock and power button here on the top right. Charge and data port at the bottom, of course. Now, one thing to mention with this phone is that you don't get the SD card included with the purchase price. At least mine did not come with a card, and the Straight Talk website typically will tell you if it does. This one doesn't say anything. It doesn't say that it doesn't. It doesn't say that it does. So I don't think you will get an SD card with this phone. Some of the older phones or some of the previous phones came with either a 2 gig or 4 gig card. This one does not. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And just the last look at the camera, nothing fancy. It's only 3 megapixels, so the camera isn't anything special. There's no flash, there's no LED flash, and there's no front-facing camera or anything like that. So now we'll go ahead and measure it for you, because the other highlight of this phone, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that it's pretty compact. It is a 3.5-inch diagonal screen. And here's our playing card comparison. So you can see it's probably about an inch to inch and a half taller than a playing card and a little bit narrower than a playing card. So it is quite compact. Now we'll go ahead and measure it for you so you can see the measurements here. Screen, as I said, it's 3.49 3.46, somewhere in that range. So basically a 3.5. Height, it's about 4.5, 4.57. The width, we have 2.4, and the thickness is a little bit less than a half. So we have 0.47. Now the weight of it is 4.5 ounces. And we'll go ahead and weigh that for you on our handy scale here. So as you can see, we have 4.5 ounces on the weight, which is pretty typical for this type of phone. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and show you a little bit of, well, before we get into that, I want to mention that it does come with separate data and AC plug, which is always nice. It's always nice to get one that's not connected. So you can use that cable as a charge on your computer or a data cable. So again, what the main highlight on this phone, as far as I'm concerned, is Android 4.0. Now, one thing to mention about the interface on this phone, in case you're doubting the fact that it's Android 4.0 because it looks a lot like 2.3, is the fact that this is an interface customized by Samsung, as they typically do. So the scrolling action on the home screens is not what the standard Android 4.0 usually comes with. On 4.0, you get like kind of like a Mac OS look when you scroll. On this one, it's just the standard scrolling action. And so you don't think that I'm BSing you or blowing smoke. I'll go ahead and do about phone so you can see that it is Android version 4.0 out of the box. Now, as far as the apps that this thing comes with, it comes with all the standard stuff. There's no really extras. It doesn't come with any social networking apps, so you'll have to get those from the App Store. But it does come with, of course, YouTube, Google Maps. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Google Play. On this phone, I've downloaded Netflix, which I'll show you next. You know, Gmail, all the standard apps that come with Android you get on this phone, but nothing really extra. But the only extra thing you get on this phone that you don't normally get are these widgets, which are provided by Samsung, and they're just basically somewhat useful, I suppose. Like for example, you can tap and hold one of these, and it'll install on one of your home screens. So for example, let's hold that one there, and as you can see, it lets you install it. I don't have any more room on this one, but you can install these widgets on your home screen. So now get a look at the phone keypad. So one of the things I like about this phone is that it's very responsive and very accurate to type in. So there's the keypad. Let's do the messaging screen, since a lot of people like to text, of course. This is all pretty standard Samsung. So of course you get the QWERTY keyboard. Now the phone does do the auto rotate, and it is very smooth when it does do that. And then finally, for the Netflix demo, which will show you that Android 4.0 is a whole lot better than 2.3, because you can't play Netflix on 2.3, or at least you can't play it all that well. On this phone, it plays very smoothly, without the audio sync issues and without the any of the choppiness that you get on Android 2.3.
To present this Medal for Valor to my personal friend, Captain America. Captain America!
So as you can see, it plays very smooth, without any of the issues from Android 2.3. So I think that about wraps it up. So basically, if you're looking for an entry-level phone, this is definitely the go-to device as far as I'm concerned. This is far and away the best sub-$100 straight talk entry-level Android right now. So Uh, if you're looking for a new entry-level phone and don't know which one to go for, and you're torn between maybe the Huawei and some of the others, I say forget those and go for the Samsung Centura for 99 bucks.